call this a 60-second soapbox if you want. But I, Tim Heidecker, host of On Cinema, lead singer and bassist of Dakar, and executive producer of the hit show Decker, do solemnly endorse the presidency of Donald J. Trump. He is the leadership of which we need to command our country back to a position of strength through leadership. His business experience of treating our country like a CEO would, in terms of strength through experience, is needed now more than ever because of the times we are living in. Face many challenges, but must look forward towards a strong man. We must look forward towards a strong man.
Just put this on the website.
Hold on.
People can read it.
Get through this. It's important. Look forward towards a strong man, as Donald J. Trump is. It comes. We must elect him and protect our country from the dangerous forces of Hillary and another term of Obama. He will make our border safe through the building of the wall and get our working country back in shape. I will do whatever I can to help support my leader. My hero is in you, my hero is in you. Thank you for giving us life, giving your life to the public as you sacrifice so much. You could be sitting in, this is to Donald Trump, we kneel before you and...
It's way past 60 seconds at this point.
Yes,
so.
This is it here. We kneel before you and thank you for giving your life to the public as you sacrifice so much. You could be sitting on the yacht with your beautiful wife, drinking champagne and having the time of your life, but you choose to fight for people, for us, the last remaining people who even matter. Well, next up we have Hillary's America, starring Hillary Clinton. Yuck. She's sour to look at. Usually I would hate to see her in a movie, but this is an expose of her. And Hillary's America, The Secret History of the Democratic Party, stars Hillary Clinton, Souza, and cast starring Dinesh and Elizabeth Jackson and Artie Mazzoni. And this is a documentary film, a story about a warning sign. It's a clarion call. It's actually the canary in the coal mine, letting us know that there is a chance of the end of the American experience. The country itself is under collapse, and we are at risk of a complete takeover by the Hillary people who are in charge of Hillary Clinton. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I think it will win the Best Picture. A bombshell movie that's going to expose Hillary Clinton for the fraud that she is, the criminal she is. She belongs in prison, in my opinion. She has broken every commandment, every law.
Well, just discuss the movie.
And it's my opportunity to speak my mind.
We already had that earlier with a soapbox, with a 60-minute soapbox, and now people want to know about the movies.
Well, there's no question about it that she deserves life term in prison, if not more. And by more, I mean execution for treason. They should all be strung up, and everybody was...
now you're going to get our theater shut down.
No, I'm formally requesting the United States government try Hillary Clinton and her husbands to stand trial and be executed. And that is an official request on behalf of a true American patriot myself. And let me say this. I believe, and I think we can start a movement here easily, we should pass a law in all 50 states that you're not allowed to vote unless you've seen this movie. It's not much to ask. And I think we would see how that would affect the polls. Then you'll at least be educated, so when you vote, you know who you're voting for. So of course I give it 6 bags, and I give it all the cups of soda in the world, and value the ability to get that, because in Hillary's America, you're not going to be able to even get soda anymore.
Well, I like your idea to promote film going as a new theater manager. I think it's a cool idea. I was skeptical of this movie when you told me we were reviewing it. I thought, oh boy, another documentary. To me, that's not a real movie. I was very surprised in that this movie is only partially a documentary. A lot of it are recreated scenes using actors, and they're very good actors, and it has a lot of action and intrigue and suspense. I think you have to approach it as sort of a popcorn movie and not get bogged down in the politics, which to me isn't very interesting. But there actually are some real chills and thrills in this thing, and strictly from that point of view, I really enjoyed it.
How do you sleep at night knowing what the truth is and then ignoring it?
Well, I don't
not
know if
doing
it's true or not from the point of view of somebody that loves, thrillers like The French Connection, All the President's Men, those sorts of political espionage, intrigue movies. I thought it fit very well with those. The parts that didn't work for me were the parts that use old news footage and that sort of thing that doesn't really belong on the silver screen. If I want to watch the news, I'll turn
What's
on the
your
TV.
review?
I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn and a little pair of scissors so they can cut out all those news sequences and stick with the action scenes.
Okay. Doesn't seem like you liked it the way I did.
Well,
Well, don't be an idiot and miss this one. This is the most important movie of the year. Don't bother seeing Star Trek if you can only see one movie. Make it Hillary's America. It'll scare the shit out of you. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm your host, Tim Heidecker. Sort of a dark day here with the On Cinema family. I went to go see this so-called Mr. America with Tony, who you got to know a little bit in the movie after our broadcast last week, and deeply disappointed, I think would be the first way to say it. And Gregg's here with me. Greg and I have been talking about this. And,
this is one movie we agree on.
Yeah, and it was a real hit job. And Josh Lorton is, he's up on that high list of rats. I'm talking about rats. We talk about D.A. Rossetti and others.
Axiom and Manuel.
No. Nobody's more loyal than them. First of all, let's get it out of the way. 0 bags of popcorn from me for Mr. America, directed by Josh Lorton, starring Tim Heidecker and Gregg Turkington and Tony Newman. And there isn't much I want to say about this except avoid at all costs. This is so full of mischaracterization, so full of lies, so full of, you see in the movie that I specifically tell Josh what he can and can't use. Forget what I signed. There has to be a level of respect towards me that he just blew through.
He shouldn't have used any of that footage that he secretly filmed of you, especially when he had stuff that was
that's completely against the law.
It's against the law, but he had stuff that was totally legal that he filmed at the VFA. Hours and hours of this stuff that was completely legitimate to use, and he didn't use that. Instead, he uses the stuff that's illegal.
Well, it's all out of context. And if people could see the raw footage, first of all, they wouldn't see any VFA footage, because I do know for a fact that he didn't shoot anything with the VFA. If you could see the entire,
you weren't there.
If you could get the raw, and I'm asking Josh, shut up. I'm asking Josh Lorton, should he be watching me? First of all, if I ever see you in the flesh, it's going to be big problems. Okay.
Well, I want to get the footage back and cut my own documentary about the VFA and the work that we're doing. Because he took that footage under false pretenses and he didn't use any of it. You got 1 minute of me talking about the oh God stuff, but I had a whole hour of that stuff. And he said, oh, this is really good stuff and we're going to use it.
I don't care about that.
It's 1 minute.
You can take a break and just catch your breath. Here's my message to Josh Lorton, who I trusted, who I treated as a son and led into my life for nothing. Okay? My message to you, Josh, is do the right thing, release all the footage, and let the world see the true story. But you're a coward, aren't you? And I happen to know stuff about you, Josh, if you're watching. I know a lot. And we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see how that develops, because I
know that he didn't know anything about the Oh God movies until I educated him about it. He's supposed to be this director. You should have a background in cinema. You should have taken some courses at least.
I'm going to bring out...
And I thought, well, this is good. I'm educating him about all this classic cinema so he can make classic cinema of his own.
Well...
And he did nothing of the sort and basically wasted my time.
What's your review, by the way?
I'm going to give it 3 bags of popcorn. It's definitely a very, very bad and very disappointing movie.
Right. So stay away, and hopefully there'll be a hero out there who will take care of Mr. Lorton, and we'll see. Sergeant Stubby, an American hero. Helena Bonham Carter, Logan Letterman, Jared Deppard. The true story of the most decorated dog in American military history, Sergeant Stubby and the enduring bonds. It's a dog movie about World War I. Sergeant Stubby, an American hero, directed by Richard Lanny, gets 5 bags of popcorn from me. It's not my kind of movie, but it checked off all the boxes in terms of length, and for kids, it's a good movie about patriotism and American honor. So it's a cool movie in that regard. No stars in it, and it had no special effects that I cared about.
Helena Bonham.
It doesn't look good in VR, I'll tell you that much. All right, your review?
I thought it was great. I don't think Sergeant Stubby is ever going to be on the level of Benji in terms of being an American hero who happens to be a dog, but I do think the movie's very good. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn and maybe a can of Dick Van Patten's Natural Balance dog food, since you like these natural products. That would be one for a dog, I guess, similar to...
Okay. Second